He's relentless, non-stop. Danny the dog, hunting bunnies. What you doing, Danny? Don't be eating grass. Don't eat grass. What you doing? What is up, everybody? My name's Bill. This is Pirate Solutions Forestry, and you saw Danny in the beginning. We were gonna take it a little bit easy today. My body's still kind of hurting from chainsaw milling yesterday. And then we came outside and we were going to repair that chain that I promised last night at the end of the video. If you didn't watch those videos on chainsaw milling, the big 20-foot white pine up on top of the hill in the woods, please go ahead and watch them so you'll know what I'm talking about. But we had a couple things we need to take care of this weekend. Number one, I got to bring Paul Hunt's trailer decking to him. And I think I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. He's got an appointment in the morning. I got to try to beat his appointment. So I think I got to get out of here early. We'll go do that. And also, Thatcher Smith, my slab guy, Plymouth Live Edge. If you're looking for any kind of wood on the face of the planet, you need to look up Plymouth Live Edge. They have everything. If you're a woodworker and you want exotic hardwoods, anything, Thatcher's the guy. He orders slabs from me from time to time, mostly pine, as an alternative to the billion-dollar slabs that he has there. So somebody looks at a piece of walnut, goes, oh my God, this is beautiful. It would look great on the kitchen counter. How much is this? It's $5,000. Holy crap, do you have something cheaper? Oh, I've got some big pine, and they buy the pine. And he sells out. So we are going to mill this little fatty right here. I also pulled down another one that I thought was perfect, and it's got a funky spot on it, and I'll show it to you. But we're going to mill this one up. I got a resharp Stellicut band on, one that's right at the end of its life. The Stellite inserts are almost gone. And we'll see if we get these slabs done for Thatcher so that I can bring them up to him sometime early next week. Get this one off my plate. So I'll go over and show you the other log and why I didn't pick it. I thought it was going to be the money log, but it's kind of funky. And he wanted stuff like we brought him last time when my starter let go and we had the hell day with Danny in the 100-degree heat and getting towed and everything. But they were nice, straight, wide, pretty plain slabs. If you remember, you can go back and watch that video. It wasn't that long ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. So that's what we're going to give him. We picked one that seems to fit the bill, and let's get at it. So this is the one that I wanted to mill for him, and it was a little bit deceiving. It's nice and fat down the end down here, just about 30 inches across right there. And I was going to have to do some trimming on it, but I was looking at it sitting in a pile like this, and it looked like it was fairly symmetrical. Then after I brought it down here, I noticed that. So it's nice and fat, gets that limb, oh no, goes way up and gets real narrow here. So there's not a lot of great slabs in that. Now, could I slab some of this in the future? Yeah, probably. This would be, you know, fairly wide right here, but there's only a few slabs in it. And obviously it's got a bunch of dirt in that crotch right there. This has got to be trimmed. So there are challenges here that need to be fixed. And this was not today's log. That would have to be trimmed off there. Some other day, this will go back out back for when he orders slabs from me again, although I do have a couple other fatties that we can do. Now, if you look at, I don't know how good this is going to show up for scale, but compared to the Bobcat, that is a nice log. It's 30 on that end in one dimension, about 27 in the other, which means it just fits. It's about 25 down here. I do have that end leveled up. It's pretty much is just to get the top pretty flat. And we're going to start taking it apart. We'll take slabs off it until we can't cut anymore, and then we'll flip this thing over and see if we can finish it out and see if we can get them some nice stuff. All right, so we're going to come up. We're going to try to get a slab cut off the top of this thing and see if we can get working on it. He's somewhere around 26, 25, something like that. Hopefully there's no metal in this thing. Well, let's skim cut it. I don't want to waste a slab. I'm just going to come down to 25 and take it there. That seemed to run pretty good. I think I want to take a flitch off it. I'm going to take a 1-inch flitch off it and then start sawing slabs. And I'm going to have to get a look inside my phone at what he wanted for thicknesses. So we'll take a flitch off it right now. So we're going to drop down to 24. So in his message, he asked for 2-inch, 3-inch, and 1 4-inch slab. So what we're going to try to do, we'll start taking some 2-inch out of here. And we're probably going to take the 4-inch slab out of the heart. And because of this narrow spot here, let me measure. So up to, that's 7. So take a 2. All right, so I'm going to take a 2, a 2, a 3, and then a 4. I don't think I'll be able to take that 4 from this side. I'm probably going to run into issues before that, but we're going to start off with 2 2s. 2 and a 2. That would leave us a 3. All right. 7. 2 2s, 4. Yeah. Yep. So it will be a 2, a 2, a 3, and then a 4, and then probably a 3, and maybe a 2 on the other side. So there's not a whole lot of cuts in it. See if we can pump one off here. I think I have some little obstruction in my water tank, and I've had to flow it pretty heavy to get it going, and then once it gets going, it just started gushing, so I had to turn it down. We're at 22. We'll go back. We're going to drop down and take one at 20. I'm going to get these slabs off. I'm going to take these slabs off and then show you the wood here. Let's see if I can get it. These ones are probably light enough for me to do by hand. This is a nice wide one. Oh, there's a big shoot. There's a big some sort of rot spot in the end. Hopefully, if I take a 3 right now, that's going to stay in the top of the 3. That'll be on the fat side. We're going to find that out right now. I'm not even going to show you this yet. There's a big hole in it here, but it looks like a 3-inch slab will be clear of it. Let me just give myself a once around. Now we'll get this slab off, and I'll show you the wood. This one's going to be a little heavier. Don't fall. Nice. Yeah. I'll see if I have 4-inch clearance right now, and I'll take a 4-inch one if I do. Really, this is kind of what he asked for. It's pretty straight grain, pretty plain, not a whole lot of character, so to speak, nice and wide. I think it just makes sense to make that one the 4-inch one. Now you can see that hole, and it's not a rot spot, it's a hole, it's hard. Now, this isn't rot, just some sort of weird hole in it, and that'll be on the bottom of this 3-inch slab here. Now there is another couple. Yeah, there's another hole there. You can see it's not rot. And a hole there. It's almost like, it was almost like fiber pull or something from once upon a time when they fell this tree. But let's see if I have clearance to take 4 inches. Hopefully I do. And we can take the 4-inch one off right now, and it'll be above those, and then we'll flip the thing over and finish it out. All right, so I do have 4-inch clearance to my clamps and everything. This will be the last cut before we flip it. And it should be the kind of the money slab, so to speak. Really, your thickness doesn't matter. It's not the number of cuts. There's going to be more board feet in. There'll be kind of the same amount of board feet in this 4-inch slab as there would be in 2 2-inch slabs at this point. I'm just trying to give him what he asked for. So this is going to wipe out most of this log, but we were at 17. I think we'll be coming to 13. It's funny, it is white pine, but it's funny how much it feels like hemlock. I'm going to bring the machine in, take this slab off, and then we're going to play flippy-flip. All right, so what I'm gonna do first is just measure this end out and see what it looks like. So if I take a 3, a 2, and a 2, that's 7, that's just about the top of that. There's really nothing else there, so I'm just gonna take one at 7, 5, and 3. I will not really be able to clamp this thing, but it's pretty heavy. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I had to trim off this end just to clear right here. I think we're clear the rest of the way down. So we're gonna take it at 7, 5, and 3. And then we're done. This is really the perfect size. If you are gonna slab on one of these 36s, this is like the perfect size log to slab on this mill. It's not a lot of problems with clearance, but it's just out at max. Not too huge where you can kind of have no problem rolling it. This is like the perfect size. Oh, this worked out kind of great. The inclusions didn't go very far on the side, so they're not in the top of this 2-inch slab here. You know, I'll show these to you in a second. I'm going to show you the 3-inch slab, and I'll show you the 2-inch slab because it'll be down here. That Stellicut band, even though it's right at the end of its life, been sharpened I don't know how many times because the teeth are almost gone. It just cut like a laser beam. Really cut nice and flat, smooth. Cut great. That kind of gives me a little piece of data for my head that you can take these bands right down to the end of the insert and they still function fine. It's almost becoming like a thin kerf band. So a little bit of that inclusion came through right here on the end. I'll show you. But it's not through the other side. So here's the last 3-inch slab. Again, just pretty straight, unimaginative, unremarkable, better word. Not a lot of great figure in them. They're just pretty straight. Got decent color. They got decent size. This is a no problem load for the back of my pickup truck. And if this ends up being not enough for him, I'll just cut him another log. But let's see how wide this is right here. So this right here is 25. I'm talking about inside the bark. 22, 21, and 19 and a half. So it's, that's a fairly good size. That makes the 4-inch slab the money slab. It's the biggest one. And let's do an outro. So that log had just about, it's going to be somewhere around 300 board feet. I've got to add it all up. It's probably going to be a little bit more than that. There's 110 in really the 2 3-inch slabs. And there's a possibility I added that one wrong. I might have done that at 2. But anyway, that 3-inch slab that's up there showed at 55. I might have done it at 2 inches instead of 3. But I have to number them all. And if I say that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that they're going to average out to 50, that's what, $350? Yeah, it's $350. When I took them up there last time, I took 452, I think, 52 or 54 board feet. That was a little sketchy in the truck. That was like right at the limit of what I would take in the truck. These they're 10 feet long, 120 inches. These will be fine in the back. It'll make it for a little bit more comfortable ride. And if I kind of keep with stuff this size, I have no problem because I have plenty of it. And I have no problem running him up there anytime he wants. If he wants bigger stuff than this, that's when we get into a little bit of a problem finding the logs, having clearance for the logs, transporting the logs. I don't want to end up in a situation where I'd have to run them up there with my trailer. And I don't want as much. I have had to do this before, but I have had to take a partial load before rather than take the whole load. There I go again. I would rather not do that. I'd rather just be able to take him the 7 slabs, and then if he sells out in a week, then he calls me and I bring him up another one next week. If he takes 2 weeks, then 2 weeks, but whatever. They cut, just eyeballing them from here, they cut wicked flat and wicked smooth. They're going to be great pieces. It's a nice hard log. Like 99% sure it's just a straight white pine, but man, it felt a lot like hemlock cutting it. And it looks like a white pine. So that's pretty much going to do it for today. I'm going to get in, get this video edited, get it up. I don't know if I hit my minimum last month. I'm really close. I was at like $96 and change without counting the 31st. It's going to be really close whether I hit that $100 minimum last month to get a check. And all that happens with YouTube is if I don't hit that $100 minimum by the end of the month, then it carries over to the next month. So next month, I'd, in theory, get a $200 check instead of, no, I'm wrong. I'm dead wrong. So I would get the $100 check next month. So what it's going to do is I won't get a check for 2 months. And it will include July and August, and I won't get a check until the 21st of September. And that would be 200 and something, unless I go crazy in August and bump it up, which I have done before. So that's going to be interesting to see, but I'll let you guys know tomorrow because I will know first thing in the morning after that 31st tabulates out. And I think it's going to be, I think I'll make it. I think I'll make it. Usually that's the way the last 24 hours works out. It usually goes a little bit over what you think, or at least the times I've been close. It looks like tomorrow we will file out that saw, the rest of that rip chain, and I'll show you how to repair that rip chain. I've kind of already showed you. The people that watched the video yesterday, at the end, if you stayed all the way to the end to see the messed up rip chain that was brand new, I gave you a little glimpse. I repaired a couple teeth, and I'm just going to be a matter of me going through the whole chain and maybe even do a little cutting on that other big log, trim some of that stuff off it with it, just so you can see it run. But that's it for now. Danny's chilling on the lumber over there. Hopefully he's not getting pitch all over him. Tomorrow morning we're going to deliver Paul's trailer deck, and we'll get at it again tomorrow. So like, share, subscribe, please. If you could hit that notification bell so you know when a video comes up from us. Interact with us as much as you can and leave a comment, no matter what it is, good or bad. I answer pretty much everything back. And it helps the algorithm suggest our channel, and it's going to help us grow. So we'd appreciate it if you would. If you need something from Norwood, use my affiliate link that's in the description of the video below. All you have to do is copy and paste it to your browser, and it'll take you right to Norwood's site, to their sell site, and it kind of lets them know that you came from my video. So I don't get anything out of it except Norwood's endless support, which is fine by me. We always appreciate the watch, and for now, simple job, Pirate Solutions out.